We all remember back in May of 2023, Premier Doug Ford, pledging to introduce the so-called Hazel-McCallion Act, which would have allowed Mississauga to leave Peel Region, of which it has been a significant constituent part for going on 50 years. But then several months later, in December of 2023, Doug Ford backtracked on the Peel dissolution plan, and Peel stays as is for the moment. Okay, let's go in inverse order this time. Martin, he's made two different decisions here. Which was the right decision?
Oh, that's a trick question. I think the pattern is that they were both flip-flops. I think they were both poorly thought through. So I'm not sure what the absolutely right decision is. I think the politics is what was driving the decisions on this one as with the Greenbelt. If you asked Hazel McCallion, it was an obvious decision. There was an imbalance for taxpayers, et cetera. If you asked Bonnie Crombie, the then mayor, now Liberal leader, again, Patrick Brown, mayor of Mississauga.
Mayor of Brampton.
Thank you. Not Steve Clark. Patrick Brown, mayor of Brampton.
I'm never going to live this down.
and if you ask the mayor of Caledon, she supported this back at the beginning and then changed her mind. She's now opposed to it. So sometimes there isn't an obvious decision, and to govern is to choose. I don't pretend to be an expert, so I'm not going to choose, but I'm going to analyze or argue what I think was not the right choice, which was to do this for political reasons and to take the path of least resistance. I guess Doug Ford finally had to acquiesce to Hazel McCallion, deathbed promise to her, went ahead and did it, thought that Bonnie Crombie, or perhaps hoped that Bonnie Crombie would remain as mayor of Mississauga once he gave her this gift. And then when she ran to be Liberal leader and potentially will harvest all those Mississauga seats, now there's no upside for Doug Ford anymore. There's losing those seats anyway, and there's the downside of having Brampton mad as heck at him. And so I think that is where I land on this, is you have three former and present provincial party leaders, right? Patrick Brown, former Conservative leader, Doug Ford, the current, don't like each other much. Doug Ford and Bonnie Crombie don't like each other much. All that triangulation, all that bad blood, and a divorce.